In the last 4 years, the USTA Pro Circuit Coleman Vision Tennis Championships have helped over 3,000 students enjoy after-school tennis programs. Now, it brings world-class tennis players right here to the land of enchantment. And Dr. Stephen Coleman has all the details about this exciting event. Good morning, Dr. Coleman. How are you?
Hi, Terry. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, thanks so much for coming in. Tell us all about this tennis tournament. It sounds really exciting. How long have you been doing it?
Well, you know, we picked up the sponsorship 14 years ago.
Wow.
So, yeah, we celebrated our 10th anniversary in 2007. So this is an exciting year. We have a lot of great players coming from the U.S. Open. So the U.S. Open finished last week, and a significant portion of those gals, particularly the ones who lost in the early rounds, they come here and play in our tournament.
Wow, this is so cool. So I bet you get to meet a lot of the players. And
I do. You know, this actually is, this tournament in Albuquerque used to be a Virginia Slims tour stop. So back in the day, the big professional tennis tournament for women was sponsored by Virginia Slims, and everybody stopped smoking in the mid-90s, and they lost the sponsorship. So the tournament essentially went unfulfilled in terms of sponsorship. So we picked it up 14 years ago, and now some of the best players in the world come here. And a gal, Sloane Stevens, lost in the 3rd round of the U.S. Open. She was here last year and played in our tournament. And the winner of our tournament last year, Mariana Lukic, a Serbian gal, she played in the U.S. Open this year. She's still the youngest player ever to win a Grand Slam tournament.
What a treat for us to have these wonderful big-name players here, right here in Albuquerque, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit bittersweet if we see them 2 years in a row. So if they've gone to the next level, which is to play in a Grand Slam, and they're successful, they'll continue along that path, and they sort of move out, if you will, of this level of tournament. So, but we do see them 2 and 3 years typically in the running. So it's awful nice.
Have you had a chance to make friends with some of the players?
I do, because I go out and help with the clinics. So when the mid-schoolers come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we really get bus loads of kids, there's typically a total of anywhere between 700 and 900 kids over the course of those days, and the gals come out and play with them. So the kids get to hit balls with some of these gals, and I interact with them and have fun. I'm a lifelong tennis player, so it's really a labor of love.
What a great opportunity. And you told us a little bit about how the kids benefit. Can you expand upon that, please?
Well, it really funds, in the past 4 years, the sponsorship has gone towards donating money to the New Mexico Tennis Foundation. And that foundation actually gets kids in after-school programs to play tennis, which is a great thing, because tennis doesn't really need anything but a racket, a kid, and a wall, and a ball. I mean, it's sort of, it doesn't need a whole team like a baseball team and that type of thing. So it's very easy to sort of practice, and kids kind of fall in love with it quick, because if you start off hitting against a big wall, you know, it's not real difficult. So that's really the focus of the tournament.
And is that the most gratifying part of the tourney for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, because the kids will come up, you know, they come year after year, and every once in a while, and not a lot. I mean, it takes a bit to break through to them, but occasionally a kid will come up and say, you know, I was here 3 years ago and I'm still playing, you know, and which is, you know, it's nice. And in the mid-school, that program that Sue Jellinston runs is really, it's top class. I mean, Sue Jellinston is actually the tournament director. And the employees at Tanawant Country Club, over 100 volunteers, actually staff this tournament. And when the USTA, am I talking too much? Is it sorry?
You're right, I can tell your passion.
Yeah, no. The USTA sends out forms to the girls ranking tournaments nationally, and we have been in the top 2 for probably 9 years, usually the best tournament in the country.
That is fabulous.
As rated by the people at Tanawant, who take care of the girls, stay with families. We pick people up at the airport, you know, we buy them lunch. People really kind of go out of their way for these girls. They love coming to Albuquerque.
Dr. Coleman, we so appreciate you coming and sharing a little bit of the information. Wish you the best of luck with the tourney and all the clinics.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it, Terry.
Pleasure to meet you. And remember, Coleman Vision is at 5051 Journal Center Boulevard Northeast in Albuquerque. You can call Dr. Coleman at 821-8880 for more information on Dr. Coleman and, of course, the tournament. Go to colemanvision.com.